Aisha.
I'm Isaac.
And we're the Crawfords. Today we're inviting you into our kitchen. And I'm a home cook, so I'm going to go way southern, down south.
And I'm a professional chef, so I'll go a little bougie.
So we're inviting you into our kitchen to show you how we do family dinner. So if you're ready,
let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
For dinner tonight, guys, we're going to go ahead and do a Kobe beef burger grilled with all the fixings. And then for dessert, we're going to do grilled strawberry shortcake, a twist on a classic.
So for my portion of tonight's dinner, I'm going to kick things off with the side dishes. And everyone loves a good side dish. I'm going to jump right into the asparagus and seasoned potatoes. And for all my adults out there, I'm going to end things with a nice smooth cocktail.
I'm going to go ahead and do the beef patties for the hamburgers. So what I'm going to do is just take some of this ground beef, add 1 egg to help bind. I'm going to go ahead and take a little salt, fresh sea salt. Got a little Lowry's as well. That comes from Naisha and her home cooking.
Everything should have Lowry's seasoning salt in it. I mean, I feel like everything should have Lowry's seasoning salt. If you know me, I put Lowry's in just about anything, okay? Because I think it's like a staple. Everything I had growing up had Lowry's Kitchen seasoning salt in it, okay?
I'm stealing her techniques here. So I'm gonna go, so I just put a little onion powder, a little Lowry's in there, a little Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire?
I don't know, okay. Worcestershire
yeah.
sauce. Yeah, just throw it in there.
Yeah,
it's gonna make it taste good. I know that.
Very true. And then the last touch, again, is another secret from Naisha, which is the Lipton's onion.
Beef and onion.
Beef and onion.
That's another thing that was always at my house. Lipton, beef and onion, okay? And come on over. While he's doing that, he's gonna start kneading that in and making sure it gets to touch all parts of that beef. So if you can get in there, you'll see like he's really folding it in really good. And that's just gonna make sure that every patty that you have is flavorful, man. You'd hate for somebody to get the nasty burger, you know what I mean?
This is all crazy as hell. We got grass-fed and Kobe beef, which is top of the line good stuff, and then we got Lowry's.
Hey, Lowry's.
We got onion Lipton's, man. That is hilarious.
I'm cutting up potatoes, okay? I'm trying to get the roasted potatoes together. And don't really watch my technique. I mean, I'm chopping them in quarters, but I don't have any real technique. Cut your potatoes how you like your potatoes. If you like your potatoes in quarters, great. If you want them in halves, great. I like to cut mine smaller because it takes a little bit less time to cook. But whatever your preference, just do it. Just make sure that you've got your oven going. It needs to be preheating at 400 degrees so that you can get those taters in there once they get all seasoned up. And you can get them going. So
some people like big burgers, 8-ounce burgers. Some people like them 6-ounce. Sliders are about 3 or 4 ounces. So I'm gonna do it right smack in the middle, about 6-7 ounces a piece. Because Naisha doesn't like a big fat burger.
No.
So it's a happy medium between both of us.
Yeah, I'm picky. He's particular. And so I think that's what makes us cook well together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you kind of want a little round ball the size of your palm, and then what you want to do is you just kind of want to massage it, kind of kneading it back and forth, and then from there you can just press it out. Alright. And then another secret, which I'm going to tell you, is when you do burgers, sometimes they swell up and they look like almost meatballs. And to prevent that, all you have to do, it's very simple, very common, is just take a little dimple right in smack in the middle of that burger. And what it'll do is it'll prevent that from buckling up. That's so. The secret of seasoning, guys, is to season up high. So when you season up high, it has a funny way of having even distribution upon the whole surface of whatever you're cooking. So, and then a little pepper.
Who even knew there was a secret to seasoning? I mean, come on, people.
Yeah, that's a little bit of that.
That's a little bit of that bougie.
That bougie.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out and slap these on the grill. I like to cook on charcoal, that's my preference, but you can do propane, wood, whatever you love. And I'm gonna cook them to our preference, which is about medium. But whatever you guys love to do.
Whatever you like, because Chef is always gonna say medium. I know me and myself, I don't want to see any pink, so I'm gonna go medium well. While he's doing that, I'm gonna take you over here to these potatoes. I'm just putting a little bit of pepper on these potatoes right now. Just a little bit, you know, not much at all. And then I am going back to one of my favorites. Like he told you, I am a Lipton Onion Lowry's fan. Okay? If it's Lipton or if it's Lowry's, I mean, I must have a thing with L's, but I love them. So I'm throwing in some Lipton onion soup. And I'm just going to douse it kind of in there, okay? So I put a whole pack, you know, I put a whole pack. And actually, I'm going to put more than a pack. So you take that and then you want to put a little olive oil in. So I just kind of drizzle the olive oil. It's up to you. Probably, you know, want a hefty amount since these are quite a few potatoes. Like I said, I don't really measure very much. But I'm going to throw another half pack. I'm just going to throw it in there. You know, I don't really have a technique. Oh, I'm supposed to be going high. That's what he said, right? High. No, thank you. You want to fold it in, mix it up real good. You know, you want some of that seasoning to get on pretty much everything, you know. So, I mean, it makes them look kind of dirty, but that's what you want. You want kind of a real dirty look. If they're still white, you didn't put enough, in my opinion. So just really get it dirty. Salt and pepper is about always putting that seasoning on it. We like them, everything cooked to taste really well. So I also like to always add a lot of fresh onions. I'm an onion fan, I guess. I'm an onion fan. So I dropped some fresh onions in here. We already pre-chopped some onions. Really just dropping them in kind of loosely because they'll kind of break up more as it cooks. I have quite a few, but we're not going to cook that many in here because we want to save some for the burgers. Give all the burgers some caramelized onions on them. And then the only thing that you want to do after this is put a little sea salt in it. Like I said, I love to use a little bit of sea salt. I like the crunch that it gives it. I like how, you know, the flavor, but I absolutely like the crunch. So I'll just start out with a little bit. I know that looks like a lot, but potatoes have a way of soaking up seasoning, so you really have to, you know, make sure they get covered up really good. And we're just folding that in. Your oven's on 400, and you're just gonna pop these babies in. Center right. In the center. Bam. So with the asparagus, I love asparagus. Love it. Okay? So what we do with the asparagus, first of all, you always want to make sure you cut it, chop that stalk off at the end. Nobody wants to chew on that. And then clean it. We've already chopped the stalks and we already cleaned it so that we can jump right into seasoning it. So olive oil, again, is your best friend in the kitchen. I always drizzle a little olive oil on it. And then after it's in there, you can mix it around. I don't mix mine that much. I just kind of give them, you know, a little douse just so I can make it sure that it's on there. But I also like to put, normally there's a balsamic reduction. I really love balsamic reduction. But if you don't have balsamic reduction, you can just jump right in and put a balsamic vinaigrette on it just to give it a little coating and a different taste. It gives it a lot of flavor. It brings out a lot of different flavors in the asparagus. And it just tastes really good. So as always, this is a show, salt and pepper, baby. So we put salt and pepper on everything. Gonna put a little salt. Gonna put just a little bit of pepper on here. Okay. And then we're gonna drizzle a little bit of this balsamic vinaigrette. Pick what type you like. I'm just gonna kind of put it in squirts because after you do that, you're gonna mix it up again. I like to cook with my hands. I cook with my hands. I'm not using gloves or tongs. My hands are clean. As long as you wash your hands, I think it's cool. You know, it gives you a better affinity for the food. It gives me a down-home fit. That's how I cook at home. I use my hands. I really get into it. So we're just, mixing this around. We're not going to put this in the oven yet. We're going to just sit it out, let it soak up a little bit, because those potatoes need to get to cooking before you put these in. So give it some time. This is going to be one of the last things that's going to hit the oven. Sit it on the shelf, let it set.
Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the caramelized onion aspect for the grilled burgers. I like a cast iron skillet, usually how I like to do it. Go ahead and add a little olive oil to the pan. And olive oil I think is going to be alright if you cook it low and slow, which you usually do for Vidalia caramelized onions. And again, this is a Vidalia onion. And you just kind of want to get it at a moderate heat. And then you can go ahead and add your onions. The key to this, guys, is low and slow, right? Don't get all antsy about it and start trying to put a lot of high heat on it. Low and slow means 10 minutes. It's not 30 minutes or
Let
an
me
hour.
tell you, this is where the home cook comes in, baby, because we cook everything on high. So I had to learn low and slow from this man right here. In the meantime, I'm going to jump right in and give you a little bit of sugar on these strawberries. That way, they'll be sitting. What's the fancy word you use?
It's called macerate.
Macerate. All we call it is let them sit and soak so the juice come out, and we can finally get a little bit of syrup on those strawberries for the rest of the pound cake.
Okay.
So we only put half of the sugar that was in there, because with the other half, Chef over here is going to get real bougie with you. He's not going to give you ready whip. He is definitely about to make this whipped cream from scratch. Okay.
Okay, so it's really easy, guys. All it is a little bit of sugar. You can use granulated sugar or you can use powdered sugar. And this is just simply heavy whipping cream. Boom. Okay, so we're going to add the heavy whipping cream and pure vanilla extract. Okay, this is pure. Okay, you can get imitation if you want to, or vanilla beans, whatever you want. This is a little bit expensive, but well worth every cent. Whip it.
You whip it, baby.
See how it's getting nice and frothy?
Ooh,
Exactly.
Can I taste it?
Yes, ma'am.
That tastes good. It's like a vanilla milkshake.
It's like a vanilla cloud.
It's like a vanilla milkshake cloud. That's the bomb.
And that, you just kind of whip it until it gets that stiff peak. And then it'll be ready to serve and make that and this dessert absolutely fantastic. Yeah, baby.
Right now is the time that you get to relax and really take in that meal and drink it down, wash it down. That's right, wash it down with a nice cool cocktail, okay? We like to have a cocktail after our meals. It's really good, it's really relaxing. So, tell them what we have.
We're just gonna do very simple gin and tonic. But with gin and tonics or any simple drinks, it's the quality of your ingredients, of course. So what we have here is Leopold Brothers, which is a very boutique ginnery in the United States. And then everybody knows Hendrix is very comparable to the Blue Sapphire, Bombay. And then of course we have tonic water.
Yeah, now if you can tell, this is bougie tonic water. Okay, my husband picked this out, but it's really, really good. So if you're gonna invest and go in, get the extra $2 tonic. Okay, this is from your neighborhood farmers market. We get it, but it gives a great taste to the gin, right?
Absolutely,
Gin and
it's a
tonic,
little sweet and a little less bitter.
So we have a couple limes here. You see them, just kind of sliced, ready to go.
And then we just put some nice ice cubes in your favorite glass.
Yeah, you want this chilled. You want this to be smooth and chill when it goes down. It needs to be refreshing. So you pick your gin. I'm gonna take Leopold, or do you want the Leopold?
No, absolutely. Ladies first, always, and I'll do the the hindrance.
If you don't have a shot glass, I mean, we do have a shot glass, but we would prefer to go the more natural route with this thing. So just give it a 3 pour. So 1,
2, 3. Boom.
Mine might have been a little bit more than a 3 pour, but depends on how your day is going. Okay? So
then we're just gonna crack open the gin and tonic and just top it off.
top it off. Boom.
Boom.
Now I'm a lime freak. Lemon, lime, clementine, it doesn't matter, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'll just kind of muddle my lime.
Yeah, that's all I really need. See, I mean, Naisha I just like 1/2 a lime, because I do enjoy the taste of the gin. She prefers maybe 2 or 3 slices.
Once you get it to your liking, toast it up.
Cheers.
So there you have it, folks, the finished product from the Crawford Kitchen, right here on Salt and Pepper.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you loved it. Please tune in next time to find out how we throw it down.